answer lies in the heart of battle.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, this is MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to talk about Tecmo and Team Ninja, because over the weekend they had announced that Momiji is returning as a DLC character once again for Dead or Alive 6. Now, I know it's been a while since I talked about Dead or Alive 6, and in fact, I did a few videos on Dead or Alive 6 surrounding the controversy that happened during pretty much EVO Japan, and then not only that, I gave my first impressions, what I thought about the open beta of Dead or Alive 6, and then once the game released, I did a week of Dead or Alive 6 for you guys to just pretty much check out how the game is, and I was giving you my initial impression of the game and what I thought about the online and its features and the gameplay and everything. So it's been a long while since then, and I pretty much just backed off from the game. But as far as this trailer is concerned, before I really give you my opinion about Dead or Alive 6 and overall how the game is just turning out in general, she's always been a badass, and she's actually been a fan favorite since Dead or Alive 5. So I expect no less from the character. Pretty much her combos has stayed intact and also improved as well. Some of them even have bounce effects, ground bounce effects, so you can continue to juggle as well. So she's pretty much shaping up to be an amazing character, and she releases September 19th, so I know fans are going to try to pretty much download her like right away. And since then they've been trying to really, Tecmo and Team Ninja has really been trying to, I guess you could say, course correct the game, because I must say that as far as I'm concerned, and even though I've been vouching for this game, and I've been really voicing my opinion about the game and support of the game here on this channel, and I didn't really go out and really play it as much, is because of as the game released, they pretty much released similar to, like, I would say, Street Fighter 5, where it was just like bare bones in a certain sense in certain departments. They didn't have any tag team features, and I've still yet to see if tag team would even ever make it into Dead or Alive 6, and hopefully it will. And then I didn't even know that the game didn't even have any lobbies that you could be able to create your own lobbies and invite your friends. So I'm playing Dead or Alive 6 and can't even invite my own friends to play the game. So the only thing that was left to play really online was just rank match, so which I thought that was a letdown. And it seemed like that at the beginning, that it seemed like they really just focused on pretty much focusing on costumes. And the thing is, I mean, Dead or Alive, we already know what kind of game it is. To me, I always thought Dead or Alive was a solid fighter. I love Dead or Alive. Besides the hot women and everything, that's all spectacle, and that type of wow factor, looking at the women, pretty much fades off after you played the game, and sinking your teeth in the gameplay mechanics is like, that game is just very solid. The gameplay mechanics I enjoy a lot. I love the hell out of the game, and I'm really like deep into it. But the fact is that it seemed like the developers decided that they just want to put more emphasis on these costumes, and then they made the costumes ridiculously hard to unlock as well, by getting them in different parts, and then you may not get the exact parts for the exact character that you're playing and everything. So you constantly have to keep grinding the quest mode and everything like that in order to get what you need in order to get those costumes. And then the season pass, I think that was the most outrageous and outlandish thing I've ever seen out the gate with a season pass. It was over $100, and most of the season pass was just costumes, and then just two characters, which was Kula and it was another character. I believe it was another King of Fighters character, I believe, if I can remember, because that's how far away that I pretty much backed away from Dead or Alive 6. And fans are really upset about that, because these fans is really invested and very passionate about Dead or Alive, and Tecmo and Team Ninja pretty much let the fan base down. But it seemed like they may be trying to course correct a few things, because eventually we did get the lobbies, and I did live stream with my friends like a few months ago, us playing in the lobby, and I had a good time playing Dead or Alive 6 then. Now, I think I was also playing with my Discord as well, my cousin Jamaro and a few others who had Dead or Alive 6, so we did enjoy that. Now that the lobbies had pretty much had returned and everything, and now that we get in Momiji, which I believe that Momiji should have just been in the game. I don't think she should have just been DLC once again. I don't know what deal why they couldn't work that out or have her in there. It just didn't make sense to me at all. So I mean, I don't know what's going on. But then they also did an update to where now you can buy tickets using real money. It's pretty much like a whole microtransaction mechanic where you can get tickets and you can use those tickets to be able to buy the costumes individually, because before they fixed it to where you couldn't even buy individual costumes. You had to get either not get a costume, or you have to get the complete season pass, or just the complete set in general. So they did give I guess you could say the fans in the community the option to be able to, they decided they want to buy an individual costume, they could. And the thing is, with DOA, it was really never about the costumes. Let me see, Dead or Alive 5, I haven't even bought the any costumes in Dead or Alive 5. In fact, I only had the promo costumes. If you reserve the game, if I can remember, you got the original DOA 1 costumes, so I think for Tina. But other than that, I never invested in any of the costumes at all, because like I said, the costumes is for fan service, and like I said, I'm here for the actual core experience and the core gameplay mechanics of this great fighting game, other than just the costumes or whatever like that. But those who enjoy that part of the fan service, that's good. And I think that Tecmo, if they just get away from just doing too much fan service and actually focus on what fans want, which is the core gameplay mechanics, I think this game can have a chance to redeem itself and bring it back into the limelight. Because like, you have your Dead or Alive, you know, scene and, you know, competitive tournaments, but it's still like its own thing. Like, it's separated from the rest of the FGC. Like, it's like their own underground type of thing. But I think that DOA 6 can still have a chance to improve on itself and improve the game overall, and maybe that the FGC can pretty much welcome it back, and maybe we can start seeing some more competitive Dead or Alive 6. I definitely want to see a tag team mode come back. I think the tag team mode was one of the best features that Dead or Alive had. I enjoy that mode so much growing up as a kid and playing through most of the Dead or Alive, especially on the Sega Dreamcast with Dead or Alive 2. I played the hell out of the tag team mode, especially at game night, you know, playing 4 players and everything like that. And then we carried that tradition over to the first Xbox with Dead or Alive 3 and so forth and so on. And so it just boggles my mind that they left a feature that was so detrimental to me, and that pretty much made it the overall package for the Dead or Alive series. And another thing to me, in my opinion, about Dead or Alive 6 as well, is the fact is that it seemed to me that Dead or Alive 6 was completely rushed, in my opinion. I believe that the game could look even better and handle itself even better if they would have just pushed it to next gen. Because I mean, we at the end of pretty much this generation's consoles life cycle, and I feel as though that Dead or Alive 6 should have been pushed to next gen. It just boggles my mind for the fact is that they told us that we wasn't going to see a Dead or Alive project in a very, very long time during their last Dead or Alive competitive event. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we get Dead or Alive 6 with an announcement trailer with some gameplay, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, I thought we wasn't going to see one. So I think, in my opinion, that they should have waited on this. I think they should have waited to next gen. I think they could have especially put it on the Xbox, the next Xbox console, and the PS5, and to show off. Because Dead or Alive was always that game, especially when it was exclusive to the Xbox. It was always that game that showed off the power of a console. Because Dead or Alive always looked good visually, always looked good. Like, you couldn't compare it, any other fighting game couldn't compare it to that game visually. And to me, it looks like Dead or Alive 6 probably stepped down from being the king of being a visually appealing fighting game this generation. I really believe they should have just waited, went to PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox game console to show off how visually beautiful it is. And especially could have went all out on stages, stage transitions, and everything, and introduced a crap ton of new gameplay mechanics, and would have had all the features necessary that it needed to even be a full, complete experience out the box for the base game before they start thinking about DLC and its costumes and everything. But I don't know, man. Hopefully that Tecmo and Team Ninja can do something about this, or hopefully they may be working on Dead or Alive 7 for the next console, you know, next gen console, or maybe we can get like a 6.5 Dead or Alive for the next console, where we get a whole complete overhaul of the overall game or something, you know. But that's pretty much my thoughts on Dead or Alive. 6 and Momiji, and just my thoughts on where this game has started and where it's heading. And it may have a hopeful future. We just want to just wait and see. But definitely let me hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and what you think about Dead or Alive 6, and do you think there's hope for this game, and do you think that this game will be able to hang on and not be something that's just foreign like Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter, it's just gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Dead or Alive to be like just disappear like Virtual Fighter. I want it to pretty much be part of the FGC and just be that game of, you know, preference, be that game of choice. Say, hey, yeah, I want to watch this stream of Dead or Alive, you know. So don't forget to subscribe, and also if you want to hear more news related to Tecmo, Team Ninja, and Dead or Alive 6, make sure you hit the bell to be notified. This is MugenLord signing off. See you game fiends later. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.